Darth, Theorist, rise.
What if Palpatine gave Anakin Skywalker a Sith Holocron? Let's explore the depths of it in the video.
Learn to know the dark side of the Force, and you will be able to save your wife from certain death.
What did you say?
Use my knowledge, I beg you. You're the Sith Lord. I know what's been troubling you. Listen to me. Don't continue to be a pawn of the Jedi Council.
Take this, my boy. Use it. But with the right mind. Save your loved one.
What is this?
This is no trick. This is wisdom of ages. A holocron. Sith knowledge forbidden by your order. Within lies the power to stop death itself.
The pyramid whispers. A low vibration crawls into the room, too soft to be sound, yet deep enough to rattle bone. A voice breathes from within.
Knowledge beyond the Jedi. Strength the Council fears.
You're trying to ensnare me.
I offer you nothing but choice. The Jedi speak of destiny, yet deny you the tools to shape it. With this, your wife's fate can be yours to command.
If what you say is true, why not use it yourself?
I cannot. It responds only to one strong enough, and I am content to guide. But you were born to wield it.
The whisper deepens, curling through Anakin's mind.
Not betrayal. Discovery. You are destined. You are the wheel that ends the chaos.
Anakin's fists clench. He feels the pulse of the holocron calling to him like a heartbeat that matches his own. Images swirl beyond his eyes. Padme, alive. Their children born healthy. The war ended by his hand.
The Jedi will never give you this power. They will let her die. They will let the galaxy rot.
No,
Take it. Not for me. For her.
Anakin's hand trembles as he reaches. The moment his fingers brush the pyramid, it hums alive. Crimson light floods the room. Shadows lengthen like grasping hands. The whispers sharpen. Yes, you alone have the strength. Protect her. Protect them all. Anakin staggers, but does not release it. His chest heaves, eyes wide with something between awe and terror. Palpatine watches, utterly still, as though sealing a pact written long before tonight.
I'll keep it. Study it. But it does not mean...
Of course. Merely research. The Jedi need never know.
They wouldn't understand.
No. They would condemn you. But you, Anakin, are greater than their dogma. You are the only one who with the will to do what must be done.
The holocron glows brighter for a moment, and the whispers become almost words, almost laughter, before dimming again. Anakin slips it beneath his cloak, as though afraid the Council might see it through the walls of the city itself.
This doesn't change where my loyalties lie.
Naturally. You serve the Republic. You serve peace. And now you have the means to preserve it.
Anakin turns to leave. His steps echo hollow against the marble, each one heavier than the last. As the doors close, Palpatine's smile fades into stillness. His eyes glimmer with calculation, with patience stretched across decades. Outside, Anakin strides into the night air of Coruscant, the roar of speeders like thunder below. He keeps one hand pressed against the holocron inside his robes. Its faint vibrations travel through his palm, into his veins, into his heart. The whispers return, softer, coaxing. Not betrayal, research, protection. You alone. You alone. He tightens his grip. His breath comes quick. He imagines Padme asleep in their apartment, unaware of the darkness already gathering in his hands. He convinces himself it is only knowledge, only a tool. His heroic self-image swells like armor around his guilt. He is not falling. He is acting. He is doing what the others are too weak to attempt. If the Jedi cannot see the necessity that is their blindness, the night sky glows with endless towers, endless traffic, endless noise. Anakin walks deeper into the city, away from the temple. His shadow stretches long across the Duracrete.
This is not betrayal. This is for her. For the greater good.
The city does not answer. The Holocron does. A final whisper slithers into his mind as he vanishes into the night.
Yes. And soon. For me.
But Palpatine's confidence had a secret, a sliver of uncertainty he would never admit. Weeks earlier, in the secret depths of the Chancellor's archives, where he kept confiscated Sith relics, he stood alone with that same holocron cupped in his hands. He traced a glyph with a fingertip, his usual half-smile gone cold.
He left more than notes. Clever man. He hid pieces of himself like seeds. I thought I'd buried every sprout.
He closed the holocron, then tucked it away, as if hiding a fault in a jewel, certain he had neutralized any lingering trace of his former master. He believed he was giving Anakin a tool, a powerful but ultimately controllable piece of ancient knowledge. He was wrong. In the temple, the Jedi meditate unaware, their vision of the forest clouds with storms they cannot name. The dark side stirs beneath their very noses, carried in the cloak of their chosen one. And in his office, Palpatine stands alone, gazing over the city. His reflection watches him in the glass, older, more haggard than his mask allows. He whispers to himself once more.
The game begins.
The lights of Coruscant burn like embers against the night, but in their glow lies only shadow. The holocron breathes. At night in Padme's apartment, when she sleeps in soft silence, Anakin sits alone in the shadows with the pyramid before him. Its red veins pulse like a living heart, spilling crimson light across his hands. He keeps it close to his chest, listening. The whispers slip into his mind with surgical precision, neither loud nor quiet, but inevitable. Darth Plagueis' voice coils like an iron.
Peace is the lie of the weak. Conflict reveals the strong.
Then another, more measured, more insidious. Plagueis, patient as eternity.
The Jedi are blind. The Senate corrupt. Only you can forge the peace you dream of. Only you can save her.
Anakin presses his palm into the pyramid. It warms, and the room contracts. His eyes close. Sweat beads along his temples. Visions flood in. Armies kneeling before him. The galaxy stilled beneath his hand. Padme, alive, radiant. Their child safe.
I won't let her die. I'll do whatever it takes.
Yes. Whatever it takes.
Days blur. In the temple, the Jedi speak of victories at Utapau, of Grievous's death, of the war's closing chapter. They see hope. Anakin sees cracks. Every council meeting feels slower, more irrelevant. His mind burns with the secret he keeps buried under his robes. A Jedi Knight interrupts him in the hall once, asking why his temper flares so easily. He almost lashes out, feels his hand twitch, the urge to seize the man's throat with invisible fingers. He restrains himself, forcing a smile. But later, alone, he thinks to himself,
They provoke me. They question me. They don't see what I carry.
The holocron changes him. He grows sharper in combat, his strikes faster, heavier, filled with something raw. His soldiers whisper that the war has made him ruthless. He tells himself it is only the necessity of command. But in private moments, flashes break through. An officer stumbles over an order. Anakin's hand clenches and the man gasps, clutching at his throat before Anakin realizes what he's doing. He releases him, mutters apology, leaves in shame. That night, the holocron soothes him.
Do not regret strength. The weak should fear their betters. You showed them order.
The Senate convulses. Grievous is dead. The Separatist threat dwindles. The Republic calls for normalcy. In the council chamber on Coruscant, holoprojectors hum to life. Ki-Adi-Mundi's tall form shimmers in blue light, his voice steady and precise.
The Chancellor must now surrender his emergency powers. The war is finished.
Another hollow image flickers beside him. Yoda, aged eyes heavy with worry, his ears dip, his voice low and firm.
Reluctant to release what he holds, the Chancellor is. Dangerous this path becomes.
I will go, alone. He respects strength, and he cannot twist my words if no others are there to be entangled. If he resists, then the Senate will hear of it.
Careful, you must be. Too far, do not press him. A serpent cornered he is.
The holoprojectors dim. The chamber falls silent. Mace turns, cloak sweeping behind him, decision etched into every motion. Palpatine stands at his window when Mace enters, the city stretched out beneath him like a kingdom already in hand. His reflection smiles faintly in the glass.
Master Windu. Grievous is dead. The war will be over soon. The Senate expects you to surrender emergency powers at once. Expectations are dangerous things, Master Windu. The galaxy still bleeds. Separatist holdouts will not dissolve overnight. Assassins roam. If I abandon these powers now, I leave the Republic vulnerable. The Republic is vulnerable because of you. You are a Chancellor, but not for long. The Senate will not abide this forever. The Senate abides what keeps them safe. You of all people should understand. Tell me, how many lives have you ended in this war without trial, without hesitation, in the name of peace? Do not compare the burden of war to a hunger for power, Chancellor. You are no soldier. You are a politician who clings to authority. If you truly believe the Senate wishes me stripped of my office, let them decide. I will not resist their will. Let them hold a hearing. Let the people judge. So be it. But know this, the Jedi are watching. Closely. As am I, Master Windu. Always.
Mace departs, cloak trailing behind him. The confrontation unresolved but heavy with menace. Palpatine turns back to the window, his reflection grinning once more. Anakin hears of the confrontation later. The words replay in his head, gnawing at him. He paces alone in the silent hangar, boots striking against durasteel. The holocron burns in his hand, its crimson glow flickering across his face.
They don't understand. They press him too far, too fast. They call it wisdom, but it's fear. They want control.
The Jedi fear what they cannot command. Their code binds them in chains. To preserve their temple, they would let the Republic crumble.
I see it clearer than any of them. I could end this war tomorrow. Why do they hold me back?
Because you are greater. They feel it. They envy it. Balance is not theirs to grant. It is yours to claim.
He lifts the holocron to eye level. Its glow paints his eyes blood red. His breath unsteady. The weight of destiny presses down on him, suffocating until he embraces it. Padme notices first. At night, she stirs awake to find him standing rigid at the window, city lights blazing beyond. His shoulders rise and fall in quick, uneven breaths, hands trembling at his sides. She slips from bed, touches his arm gently.
You hardly sleep anymore. You carry something, Annie. Please, talk to me.
It's nothing. Just the war. It never ends.
Don't shut me out. Whatever it is, we face it together. That was always our promise.
Of course.
But as she closes her eyes, his other hand grips the holocron beneath his cloak, its pulse quickening like a second heartbeat. He cannot show her, not yet. She wouldn't understand. Days bleed into one another. Anakin moves through them sharper, faster, every word edged with impatience. His confidence has hardened into something brittle, ready to snap. Even Obi-Wan notices. They walk side by side across the temple's upper hall, the sun setting red across the skyline. Obi-Wan watches his former Padawan with quiet unease.
You seem different. Restless.
I'm tired of waiting. The council debates while soldiers die. We could end this faster if they'd only act.
Obi-Wan studies him, searching for the boy he once knew. But Anakin keeps his gaze forward, jaw clenched, unwilling to meet his master's eyes. The holocron's whisper bleeds into his thoughts, louder now, constant.
Weakness has no place in destiny. The Council fears you. Yoda clings to the past. Windu envies your power. Only you see clearly.
Anakin repeats the words until they feel like his own. That night, alone again, the holocron blazes. Its crimson light fills the chamber. Voices overlap, cruel and patient, shaping him from every angle.
You are destiny. You are balance. You alone.
Anakin kneels before it as if before an altar, shadows stretching vast against the wall. He whispers back through gritted teeth, trembling with conviction.
I will protect her. I'll end the war. I'll do it my way.
The holocron glows brighter, as though it drinks his oath. His shadow looms monstrous, inevitable. Meanwhile, the Senate stirs. Whispers slither through its marble halls. The Jedi and the Chancellor stand at odds. To some, the Jedi look like guardians turned conspirators. To others, Palpatine looms as a ruler who will not release his grip. The Republic trembles, uncertain which hand will close first. In the temple, silence masks absence. Yoda on Kashyyyk, Ki-Adi-Mundi on Maigito. The council scattered to distant fronts. Their absent weighs heavily. Alone in meditation, Yoda starts, sweat beating as the Force coils with warning. A storm nears, unseen yet certain.
A shadow grows, closer than we know. In our midst, it hides. Already it moves.
The Master falls silent, each feeling the same chill. And on Coruscant, the shadow coils tighter around the Senate, the Chancellor, and within the heart of the one they trust most. The Senate dome swelled with tension, every pod brimming with restless voices. The Chancellor's dais loomed at the center, bathed in light, while the Speaker of the Senate, Mas Amata, raised his staff high. The echoes hushed, though unease still rippled beneath the silence.
Order! Order in this chamber. We convene to decide the fate of emergency powers granted during wartime. The question before us, shall they be rescinded or extended to ensure stability?
This war is ended. The Separatists defeated. Peace has returned. It is not stability we endanger, but liberty if we allow one man to hold such power indefinitely.
Without the Chancellor's guidance, the Republic would already have fallen. You would hand our lives back to chaos? Would you see Separatist cells rise unchecked?
Shouts echoed, pods drifting forward and back, the chamber spiraling toward uproar. Mas Amata slammed his staff again.
Enough! The Chancellor will address the floor.
My friends, loyal senators of this republic, you honor me by your service, as I have sought to honor you with mine. I seek only to preserve what we have bled to protect. The Jedi, once our guardians, now move in shadows. They doubt the Senate's judgment. They question my loyalty. They speak of removing me, not through the will of the people, but through their own decree. Tell me, is this democracy? Or is it tyranny draped in robes of peace? The Separatists are shattered, yes, but not destroyed. Their remnants scatter like embers, and embers, if left unchecked, may ignite once more. To cast away our shield now would be folly. I will not abandon you. I will protect you.
The vote is called. All in favor of extending the Chancellor's emergency powers indefinitely, register your count.
One by one, pods lift up across the chamber. The tally climbed, numbers flashing across the great displays. 500, 1,200, 1,800, 2,000.
All opposed, register now.
A scattering of pods flickered, no more than 100. Bail Organa, Mon Mothma, Padme Amidala, pale with worry, her voice swallowed by the roar.
By overwhelming margin, the motion passes. Emergency powers remain with the Chancellor.
The Senate shook with thunderous approval. Palpatine lowered his head humbly, though his eyes gleamed. In the temple, the council gathers in fractured form, hollow projections of distant masters wavering in the dim chamber. The vote in the Senate cuts deep. Palpatine stands untouchable, the order diminished. They make their choice in silence. They do not strike openly, nor confront the Chancellor without proof. Instead, they descend into the shadows. dispatching trusted knights to trace his steps. Financial ledgers, secret transmissions, clandestine meetings, all are to be followed. The Jedi Order, sworn to the light, now turns to covert means. If Palpatine's deceit cannot be exposed in the Senate, it will be uncovered in the shadows he believes only his to command. In the solitude of his chambers, he knelt before the holocron. Its crimson glow pulsed like a heartbeat, washing over his face in a steady rhythm. His breath came uneven. Sweat slicked his brow as whispers coiled in his mind.
You feel their doubt. The Council restrains you. They fear you.
They don't see what I can do. What I could be.
Older than your Chancellor. Older than their decrees, I am. Once, Sith feared my knowledge. Even they dared not wield it fully. Yet you are more.
The words slid through his armor like knives and balm all at once. He clenched his fists, raising to pace. His thoughts leapt to Padme, to her fragile breath, her whispered fears of losing him. He saw Obi-Wan's caution, Mace's cold judgment, Yoda's cryptic warnings, and in them all, chains.
I can end this war. I can save her. If they'd only step aside.
Not step aside. Be cast aside. Balance belongs not to them, but to you.
Balance belongs to me.
His unraveling did not go unnoticed. In the war rooms, commanders whispered of Skywalker's bursts of anger, his increasing recklessness. Within the council, questions sharpened. Obi-Wan reports to Mace, voicing his fears. Anakin has grown reckless, secretive, unrecognizable. Mace reminds him his duty is to protect the boy, but warns that if Anakin falls, the cost will be greater than any of them can imagine. The council listens, but without any proof against Palpatine or certainty of Anakin's corruption, they remain silent. They wait, and waiting gives the holocron time. Nights stretch longer for Anakin. Padme wakes to find him gone, alone in hangars, on balconies, in abandoned corners of the temple. He whispers to the crimson light. Its voice seeps deeper. Plagueis' patient logic entwined with echoes of Sith long dead. Together they strip down to one belief. Only he can seize destiny. When he returns to Padme, his smile is brittle, his embrace hollow. She senses distance, but he says nothing. Coruscant wakes to another dawn. The Senate bends further under Palpatine's hand. The Jedi sink into the shadows, searching for proof they cannot yet grasp. And at the center stands Anakin Skywalker, chains tightening around him, though he believes them wings. The evidence is irrefutable. Within days of hiding inquiries, of tracing funds through shell accounts, of following coded transmissions buried in military archives, the Jedi at last have what they need. Palpatine is the Sith Lord, the phantom that has orchestrated the war, manipulated both Republic and Separatists, and blinded the Council for years, sits in the Chancellor's office, cloaked in legitimacy. This time, they move carefully. No rash declaration, no open defiance of the Senate. The Council records every finding, locks every testimony within the Temple's archives. They summon loyal senators, Bail Organa, Mon Mothma, Padme Amidala, to quietly confirm that what they hold is legal, defensible, and unshakable. Palpatine cannot twist their words to paint them as traitors. If they move against him now, it will be within the law. The strike team is chosen. Mace Windu takes the lead, his resolve ironclad. With him are Ajen Kalar, CC-Teen, and Kit Fisto. There is no time to wait. Palpatine must be confronted before his grip tightens further. As dusk settles over Coruscant, the Jedi step into the Chancellor's private chambers. Palpatine waits for them. He does not flinch when Mace announces the charges. He does not feign innocence when the lightsabers ignite. His voice drops into a serpentine hiss. The duel ignites like a thunderclap. Red clashes against violet and green. Lightning streaks across marble pillars. Statues shatter under the weight of the Force. Mace drives Palpatine back, blade pressing harder with every exchange. Fisto moves with liquid grace, Teen with precision, Kalar with raw strength. Yet Sidious meets them with inhuman fury. One by one, they fall. Lightning sears through Kalar. Teen collapses, neck broken in a blink. Kit Fisto parries with desperate skill, but Sidious cuts him down in a sudden blaze of crimson. Only Mace remains. The duel reaches its crescendo, violet and red slashing in arcs that scorch the chamber walls. Mace's mastery begins to turn the tide. He disarms Sidious, forcing him back against the wide windows overlooking the city's endless sprawl. Sidious unleashes a torrent of lightning, his face twisted, skin crackling and deforming under the backlash of his own fury. And then Anakin arrives. He bursts into the chamber, breath ragged, eyes flickering with doubt. He sees Palpatine writhing under Mace's blade, begging for mercy. He sees the man who promised him power, who whispered of saving Padme. He sees the Jedi Master who doubts him, who fears him. The holocron burns in his mind. Its voice is velvet and iron, echoing from every corner of his skull.
Do not let her die. He cannot help you. Only I can. Only power can.
He is a Sith. I must end him now.
He's trying to murder me. Anakin, you must choose.
The moment stretches into eternity. Anakin's hands tremble. His breath quickens. He sees Padme's face in his mind. Her laughter, her touch, her fear. He sees her dying. He cannot allow it. He will not. The holocron's whisper hardens into a command.
Strike. See your destiny.
With a shout torn between desperation and rage, Anakin ignites his lightsaber and drives it through Mace Windu's back. The Master stiffens, eyes wide in shock. He staggers forward, Palpatine's lightning consuming him. With one final scream, Mace is blasted through the shattered window, his form lost to the endless depths of Coruscant below. Silence follows, broken only by the faint hum of Anakin's saber. He stands trembling, staring down at his own hands, the weapon that has killed his mentor, his brother, his order's greatest defender. The other Jedi lie dead around him. Blood, smoke, and broken glass litter the chamber. His saber lowers, its glow fading to nothing against the echoing silence of the chamber. The act feels both inevitable and unbearable. He is chosen. Palpatine's grin unfurls like a predator, revealing its teeth. His cloak sweeps forward as he raises his hand in triumph.
You have done well, my boy. Now your true life begins. Kneel and rise as my apprentice. Rise as Lord Vader.
Anakin bows his head. His body trembles, his breath ragged, but he speaks the word aloud, as though surrender itself is the only rope holding him together.
I will serve you, my master.
The galaxy trembles at those words. At once, the holocommunications flare across the stars. Commanders everywhere receive the same cold decree. Execute Order 66. On Felucia, Isla Secur walks among her clones, only to be cut down in a hail of blaster fire. On Kashyyyk, Yoda staggers as betrayal erupts around him. On Maigito, Ki-Adi-Mundi falls beneath the soldiers he trusted with his life. Templar alarms scream on Coruscant as younglings cry out in fear. Blaster bolts and the hiss of sabers fill the sacred halls. The Jedi are slaughtered in moments. The galaxy burns, and in the chaos, Sidious smiles. The culmination of decades of deception lies before him. The Jedi undone, his apprentice secured, the galaxy collapsing into his fist. But then, a sound, faint at first, not from the temple, not from the city, from within. A voice layered, alien, heavy with age.
Foolish apprentice. You thought you killed me. What? You never understood. Death is a door I walked through and waited.
Anakin stiffens, his body convulsing. His eyes roll back, then snap open, burning yellow. His mouth opens, but the words are not his.
This boy, this vessel, the prophecy's child, stronger than you, stronger than me, strong enough to be mine.
Palpatine staggers back. For the first time in years, terror strips the mask from his face.
Impossible. I destroyed you.
Plagueis rises slowly, unnaturally, his body rigid, movements stiff, like a marionette pulled by unseen strings. The air itself bends around him, warping in waves. The holocron at his side flares crimson, then shatters into dust.
You destroyed nothing. You only opened the way. Through him I endure. Through him I rule.
Lightning erupts from Palpatine's hand, wild and desperate, but the energy collapses against the boy's frame, absorbed like water into sand. With each strike, the light fades, devoured by the presence that now animates Anakin's body. Palpatine's voice cracks with desperation.
No, I am the Sith. I am...
The invisible hand closes around his throat. Sidious claws at it, choking, lifting into the air. His lightning sputters into nothing, dancing across his own body, searing his flesh. Plagueis speaks through Anakin, his voice calm, merciless.
You were always a shadow, a child playing at power. You mistook cunning for wisdom, cruelty for strength. But the rule of two was never your destiny. It was mine.
With a flick of his hand, the body of Darth Sidious snaps like brittle bone. He crumples to the floor, lifeless, discarded like refuse. Anakin's form steadies. His chest rises with slow, deliberate breaths. His face is no longer his own. His eyes, burning yellow, glow with something ancient, something that does not belong in flesh.
The Sith do not die. They transcend. Through him I return. Through him I am eternal.
Outside, the slaughter continues. Clones follow their orders without hesitation. Jedi fall, their screams swallowed by fire. But their executioner's true master is not the one who commanded it. It is Plagueis. He does not pause to mourn Sidious. He does not need the Senate's approval, nor the charade of democracy. The Republic collapses because he wills it. The Jedi fall because their fate was sealed long before they lifted their sabers. And yet, for all his calm certainty, there lingers a question, one whispered by the Force itself. Is this the prophecy fulfilled, or corrupted? Is the Chosen One still alive within, or gone forever? Plagueis does not care. He tilts Anakin's head back, savoring the new flesh, the strength of a vessel beyond any dream.
The age of Sidious is over. The age of Plagueis begins.
Temples smolder. Senate towers loom like gravestones. Star destroyers glide through the sky, their shadows blanketing the city. And in the center of it all, unseen but felt, the will of Darth Plagueis coils around the galaxy like a serpent. With Palpatine dead, Order 66 is already in motion. Anakin, now Plagueis, assumes control of their clone network, redirecting their loyalty to himself under the guise of restoring order. The Senate, panicked and leaderless, yields to emergency authority. The Jedi fall. The Republic endures, and Plagueis rules from the shadows through Anakin's body. The galaxy belongs to him. But the question lingers. What fragments of Anakin Skywalker remain, chained within the vessel? What pieces of the Chosen One's destiny still stir deep beneath the suffocating weight of Plagueis' return? This story does not answer. It leaves only the unease, the dread, the bizarre possibility that this was always how the prophecy would end. Not balance, not light, not dark, but something far stranger. That's our theory. The Star Wars universe is a galaxy filled with exciting stories and possibilities, and we love exploring them. If you'd like to join us on this journey to a galaxy far, far away, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.